sometimes it grows out a little bit. Hair, I'm talking about. Sometimes it grows on your body, you know, on your face, armpits, more importantly, below the waist. That's where it likes to grow at times. Well, Manscaped, who happens to be the sponsors for today's show, are the leaders in below the waistline grooming. They keep your short and curlies short and not as curly. They keep you feeling nice and fresh. They keep you ready for any occasion, you know? But more importantly, you might be asking yourself, well, how? How does that happen? Well, they got this instrument called the Lawnmower 4.0. Not 3.0. We had that. That was dope. But we had to upgrade. And at times you got to upgrade. We all know this. But the Lawnmower 4.0 with the light that turns on and off is waterproof. And it is smooth, baby. Smooth, smooth, smooth. And it keeps you short. You know, it keeps your dangly twins feeling nice and smooth as well. But more importantly, man, with Manscaped, we know that they have promo codes, and that code is MOATS. If you use that, you'll get 20% off of your purchase along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So don't waste time. Don't leave your dangly twins feeling too furry. Make sure you cut that coat back a little bit, all right? And everybody will appreciate them, and you will as well. So with that being said, shout out to Manscaped. But that's my whole grievance when I'm thinking of this offense and I'm thinking of this quarterback. I'm just like, I don't see it as you just switch those two dudes out and all of a sudden everything is drastically better. I think that you'd have to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of the call mentality, and then you'd have to just adjust Mitch to tell him, feel confident, man. We're not pulling you. Because until you give him that type of reassurance, you're going to get guys playing tight. You're going to get guys playing not to mess up. Kenny doesn't have that issue right now because what? He's the first round draft pick. But if Kenny has somebody on his neck just because he was drafted and because he did something in college and we were all just boom, 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 we want him, Kenny's going to be playing tight. That's just a part of it. But I don't think that that's going to change overnight. But that's why I'm also saying that, hey, man, time is on this dude's side. It's not on his side, but if you give him time, everything I think will improve. Because I'm already looking at Mitch making throws, and I'm like, bro, we ain't see that throw right there. That Deontay, that wasn't a filthy throw. That Pickett throw wasn't filthy. We don't count them. I'm trying to count how many deep throws my man Mac Jones hit yesterday.
Mac Jones wasn't that good.
No. But statistically, he still finished nice, though, right? He got his team to win.
That lucky Moss.
I'm with you, but they finished nice. They not talking about, hey, man, we got to get rid of Mac Jones, man. Mac Jones, this Mac.
They don't have someone else, though.
Oh, my God.
That's the other thing with that. We drafted Pickett in the first round. And I said at the beginning, Mitch kind of got a raw deal here. But you're talking about the difference. I get you on this because the coordinator's not going to go away. So if the play calling's not going to go away, you're like, oh, what's the difference between Pickett and Mitch? If you think Pickett's the better quarterback, though, it's those little things. It's hey, man, it's a 3-point game. I think Pickett just gets it done for us somehow, some way.
You just said it, right?
Same thing with Big Ben.
But you said if you believe in him, that's the difference. You think that Kenny is this drastic upgrade over Mitch.
I think I think he would, no matter what, Pickett as a rookie, he would at least give us what Mitch gave us yesterday and potentially more.
We'll find out in due time. That's all I'm saying. But
because I don't think we're going to fire Canada mid-season.
I'm just not a fan of this narrative that it's a Mitch issue, because to me, when I'm watching it, does he play a part of it? Sure, but there are still other people on this offense that are playing a part of it as well. You're watching this dude play with no consistent running game. I said, some of that is on the O-line, some of that is on Najee, but you're still watching him play without a running game, so that doesn't count. We don't care about that.
It doesn't help get him on schedule. Listen, I'm with you. I don't think Mitch lost us the game. I don't think he won it for us though either.
Okay,
and you do want that. I in a quarterback late in game. 3-point. We need to step it up here.
Okay,
just something like that. That's really it. And then it goes back to what you said. If you think Mitch is that guy, but after 2 weeks, you're
to the point of desperation when you think that, hey man, we got to just do it right now, because it seems desperate. It seems like, yo, you said we have an option. We got to do it right now.
Week 3, Mitch is obviously going to be playing in this game. Let's see how he does. If it's more of the same, dude, then why not? Why not? Because Mitch isn't getting blasted. I think that was most people's main concern was all right, protect Pickett. You don't want to have him out there in a Joe Burrow situation. Yeah. Mitch is mobile. The offensive line hasn't been playing that bad. 2 sacks in 2 games. Mm-hmm. Kenny's more mobile than Mitch. So, I don't think Pickett would be out here getting blasted or have his health at risk.
Hey, man, it's all good.
And if you think he can do at least what Mitch has been doing up to this point, I don't see why not.
Well, I guess maybe, if that is as simple and cut and dry, well, maybe the whole coaching staff and the GM and everybody need to be fired then, right? Because they clearly don't agree with that.
I'm not opposed to firing Canada for sure.
No, everybody should go because
He's the
offensively
one that
they're all
helped
signing
run
off
Ben
on
out
it.
of town.
But they're all signing off on it. That's all I'm saying. If it's to that point and it's so blatantly obvious, I personally don't think that's the case. But if that is the case, then why aren't we calling for Canada, Coach Tomlin, Omar Khan, and if Mr. Rooney is signing off and allowing all this to happen, all this sabotage, all this tanking intentionally in theory, if it is that clear, why aren't we just getting rid of all of them? That's all I'm saying.
It's tough because Tomlin's a good coach, so you don't get rid of him. I'm not even saying. I'm not saying that.
But how is he a good coach if he's signing off on Matt Canada making that decision?
That's a tough one. That's a tough decision. That's a tough decision.
What's tough about it? You got the first round draft.
Sometimes you take W's and L's as coaches and making decisions.
But they say you're either
Belichick's been
you're
making
either
some
coaching
L's
it
as well.
or you're allowing it to happen. So either way, however we want to look at it, he's in the wrong, right? If that's the theory, if it's that simple, that's all I'm saying.
They made the redemption pick in Pickett though. So you got your chance.
But they're letting
you
them
got
waste
your chance
away.
for the redemption.
But they're letting them waste away, right?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Putting in Pickett at some point here, maybe in the next couple weeks.
All right, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think this team is good. No, I mean, Omar Khan, he's been on fire this offseason in terms of his moves and personnel and getting this team. Because I think our team, it goes back to the infrastructure of the team is really good. I'm not concerned because I think we're going to be fine. It's just we do need to take it up a notch on offense. We definitely do.
But after 2 weeks, you're ready to change the most important person on the offense.
No, let's see how it looks in week 3 against the Browns.
Well, okay, excuse me. You're not. A large majority, though, is ready to make that switch after 2 weeks now.
I don't know if it's just because I've accepted that Trubisky is going to be playing week 3 or if I actually
don't know, because
would make the move right now. But no, I think on a short week on the road against the Browns, you leave Mitch in there.
Why? Kenny ain't good enough to play in Cleveland?
I'm not saying that.
So
I
what's
think
the
he'd be fine
difference?
for the moment.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why'd you say on a short week? What's the difference? If he could give you what he gave him yesterday anyways, what's the difference?
I think we still win with Mitch, but I'm with you. I'm ready to. I would have put Pickett in week 1. You're talking to the wrong guy, but I'm just saying from a whole bird's eye view standpoint, Tomlin, you still got to keep the locker room. There's a lot of things at play. The politics of it.
No, it ain't.
There's a lot of
that
things.
guy wins you games. We saw Jimmy G and Trey Lance, right? Hey,
I don't know if that would sit well. Tomlin just pulling Trubisky after 2 weeks.
They pulled
like
Jimmy G and put Trey Lance out there and said, y'all better take it.
Nah, that was a whole off-season thing where it's like, all right, we're heading in this direction. We're going to be in that spot, presumably this off-season. Of
When we drafted Kenny Pickett, I thought that everybody knew what was up. He was going to be the guy, right?
I was going for it, but obviously the organization didn't go in that direction.
For sure.
They gave Mitch the reins and didn't lose the job in the preseason, obviously, and that's why he started week 1.
Nah, I'm with you. In all seriousness, though, I'm picking with you, but it's just more so because it is funny when we think about all the things that we'll bring up in terms of fussing and arguing about this offense and what we don't like and this and that, but we always just go back to, you switch the quarterback out. That's what you got to be. And I'm just like, man, but if we're saying that it's Canada, if we're saying that, we're not running the ball, we're saying this and that, I just, but that's why everybody has their feelings about it, and that's fine.
If anything, it's just more and more evidence of the 7 sabotage before my eyes. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable.